Hi everyone, welcome back to another Toonz tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to do a simple animation using the skeleton tool to animate multiple layers together. We're also going to learn how to do simple lip sync using the skeleton tool. Let's have a look at the end result. The difference between the skeleton tool and the plastic tool is that the plastic tool is for characters that are on one column or one layer. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to import the files. And all the files that I've used for this tutorial are included in the video description. So first of all, let's load the background, which you need to do by clicking Load Level and locating the file. Then next, for the images and the sound file, we just need to select them and then we can drag and drop them. Okay, after we've done that, we're going to have to reposition all these images. So I'm going to want the legs in the background, then the pants, and then we're going to get the shirt, the arms are going to be on top of the shirt, and the head is going to be on top of that, then the eyes will be on top of that, and the hair will be behind the head. So let's just do that very, very quickly. We're going to use the Edit tool, which can be found if you don't have the toolbar by clicking Other Windows, Toolbar, and also you'll need the Option toolbar, and also we're going to need to rearrange the images in the X sheet. So I'm just going to put the sound at the end. Very quickly, Edit tool, position, just click on the different layers and reposition them. Now you'll notice we need to change the layer order, so I'm just going to drag the eyes up to the front. The legs need to go at the back. And just need a few little tiny adjustments. We're going to set up the skeleton so we can animate each body part. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to parent the different body parts. So by this I mean we need to connect the arms to the torso, and then the lower torso to the upper torso, and the head to the neck, and so on. So to do this, I'm going to open up Windows, Other Windows, and then Schematic. Now I'm going to place the Schematic panel here. And using the schematic, I'm going to connect the different body parts together. So I'm going to first of all take the lower torso, or the pants, and I'm going to connect the legs to that. And then I'm going to take the upper torso, or shirt, and I'm going to connect the head to the shirt. And then I'm going to connect the hair to the head. And the eyes to the head. And then I'm going to connect the arms to the body. That's just my background. Okay, and now we have one small problem. The eyes seem to be missing. Right, that's okay. I'll just move them down using Windows, other Windows, and then Toolbar. I'm going to place that somewhere convenient here. And then Windows, other Windows, Tool Option Bar. I'm going to place that above here. I'm going to reposition the eyes, which we'll call them 11. Place them here. And reposition the hair once again. Finally, I'm going to parent the shirt to the pants. So now, the whole thing will move as a unit. And similarly, if I want to scale the character, will all scale together. Although they're on separate layers, they are now, I can now move them together. And if I select just the head, then everything connected to the head will move together. Similarly, if I select the pants, everything connected to the pants will move together. The problem now, however, is that if I want to animate a part of the body, like for instance this arm, so if I select this arm and I click rotate, it's rotating about the center. And actually I want it to rotate about this point. So now we're going to need to change the centers for all of our objects. So using the edit tool, if I go to center, I'm going to move the center up to here. And then with the right arm, I'm going to do the same thing. And with the left leg, right leg, for the pants, I'm going to create center of rotation here. Same with the torso, the upper torso, the hair, actually I think I'll rotate it about here. The head, the head will rotate about the neck. The eyes I won't be moving, but I'll create a center of rotation around here. Okay, so now that we've placed the center of origin for all of our layers and created the connections in the schematic panel, if we go down and select the skeleton tool, we can see that our skeleton has already been created by Toonz. So to go ahead and animate the skeleton, I just go to Mode, Animate in the Tool Options bar, and I can begin to move the skeleton. However, before I do that, I'm going to want to add a mouth and add some lip sync. So I'm just going to add a new layer in column 13. And I'll start by drawing a very simple mouth for the closed mouth position. And now that I've done that, I'm going to move it to column 12 and I am going to join it to the head. So here's the head. Once I connect it to the head, I now need to reposition it because the head has been repositioned, so it goes through the same transformation. I'm going to use the edit tool, change the position, sorry, wrong layer, change the position of the mouth. Zoom in for finer tuning. In this particular example, it's also being scaled, so I'm going to need to scale it up. I'll just change the center so it scales about this point. And again, the position. Okay. So now that I've created the first mouth position and I've connected the mouth to the head, I can go ahead and create the second mouth position. So to do that, I go up to Window and Level Strip, and I add some more frames to this particular level. So I click Add Frames and click frame 2 to frame 3, because I'm going to have 3 mouth positions. So now I have space to add 2 additional frames to this particular level. And I'm going to want to increase the exposure of all the other frames and this particular level to match the exposure of the sound file, which is about 45 frames. Okay, so for frame 2, I'm going to place that here. And now I'm going to turn on onion skinning. You'll notice I can't see the figure right now, so I'm going to toggle that by clicking there. I'll zoom in using the zoom tool and the hand tool again. And let's draw the second position, which will be halfway open for kind of quiet vowel sounds. I'll just extend this a little bit so I can get a little bit more accuracy. Don't need all of these points, so I'll try to delete some of them. Okay, and now I will draw the teeth. Now I'll fill in the colors. I might need to clean that up further. Add another color for the mouth. I'll actually want to clean that up in a second, but perhaps I don't even need this control point, so I'll delete it. So now let's go ahead and add the third frame. I'm going to change this to 2. So this is going to be the position where the mouth is fully open for loud sounds. I'll tidy that up a little bit. Delete a couple of these points. to add the teeth the same position as the last frame because the teeth don't really move. Again, it's become very uneven because I have the accuracy quite high. So I'll just delete some of those. Fill in the colors. And now we have created our 3 mouth positions. So what we're going to want to do next is we're going to want to add in those frame numbers for the different positions. So wherever there is silence, I'm going to add 1s. Wherever there are in-between parts, I'm going to add 2s. And 3s will be used for the loudest parts. Occasionally I will insert 1s where I think there might be P's or B sounds. See where it gets a little quieter suddenly. It will also give the illusion of movement. Okay, so to do that I'm just going to double click 1, 1, just using the down arrow to scroll down through the different frames. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Jeez, it's probably a 2. I don't need to be too accurate in this particular animation because it's quite far away. So a lot of the detail will be lost. Now we can preview our animation by clicking render preview, and I'll add the sound. There's a problem, the mouth is not visible, so I need to click it until this bar is yellow. Now I can preview it. The mouth is now present. Click audio on, play. Actually, the mouth is kind of annoying me. One thing about the mouth is that this line should probably be just about where the bottom of the teeth are. So I don't need to worry about that. All I need to do is fix it once and then the rest should be fine. Frame 1, go here. Okay, so now that we've done the lip sync, the next thing that we want to do is do the head movements. So very quickly, I'm just going to zoom out, close the level strip, select the skeleton tool again. I'm just going to create some very simple head animation. So frame 1, I'm going to click on it to create the keyframe, and the head is going to stay in that position until frame 5. So I go to frame 5 and then click on it again. Then I'm going to go down to frame 10. And change the head position. And at the same time, the hair should also move. So we can also just very simply move the hair. Then we'll go down to frame 25, or perhaps just 20. Move the head again. Move the hair to follow the head. And then by frame 30, perhaps her head is upright again. We can also animate the other parts of the body. So on frame 1, perhaps this left arm will start here and then swing into a more relaxed position by frame 5. So now if we preview our animation, add some sound. Okay, so now we've created a very simple animation with lip sync using the skeleton tool. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment below. For more OpenToonz tutorials, go to my channel, click subscribe, or go to www.computerart.club. Until next time.